Welcome to All American Off-Road. Today we're here with a 351 Cleveland, and we're gonna strip down, we'll strip off the valve cover, the head, and basically just do a little bit of a video on how to get down to your, pistons and down, bare block, eventually will come. But, so in today's video, we'll be taking the valve cover off and the head. There's obviously, you have your header that's usually on, but I took that off in the video that I attempted to make, but my camera failed to cooperate correctly. And, so yeah, I guess we'll hop in with taking off the valve cover. Obviously, you want to take off what I prefer is taking off the header first. And, but it's really up to you. You know what you do, but, this is just a bit of a review video, I guess, just on how to tear it apart, do basic, by the way, this side was off when I got the motor. It did not have anything on it, so basically the only thing that I did off of camera which was originally recorded, but when the camera failed, I had taken off the header. But before that, without recording at all, I took off any hoses here in the front. And so yeah, I've got most of everything. I've gotten the valve cover off basically and then my camera failed, so nothing has really been touched beyond that. I know it's been a while since I put a video out. It's because I had to get everything ready and cleaned up, and because this place was a bit of a mess, and so needed a bit of cleaning. So there was a rat's nest inside of here in previous recorded times, but I don't know how that's irrelevant to anything, but oh well. Just trying to keep the conversation going to make this video non-boring. Onto this other side here. If you guys feel free to comment or like on if you like the camera angle, or if you would like it changed or something like that. I thought maybe a bit of an overhead like this would look good, but I don't know, that's my opinion, because then you can see what I'm kind of doing, going straight into it, see any of the bolts being taken off. But yeah, I'm basically going to build this back up as a performance engine. Get some real nice stuff for it, because, am I reading a bolt? Yes, I am. So, with it being performance, it should produce a fair amount of horsepower, which, with a 2-hole intake, they produce somewhere between, I think around 250 horsepower, and with a 4-hole intake, it produces 300 horsepower. So with hopefully with a new new pistons, forged pistons, some, crank, new cam, all new kinds of parts. Could make it run really nice with a decent amount of horsepower. I don't remember what size these are. Excuse me. Okay, 1/2 inch. So, oh yeah, by the way, that was 7/16 for the those bolts to take off the valve cover, and 1/2 inch to take off your rocker arms. And these ones are a bit tighter. Tough little nut to crack. I'm gonna try to break all these three real quick. Okay. I do believe it was one of these that I had started with. Well, I think it was this one that I was attempting to, show a bit of an insight on how, because I didn't know if I was going to record taking these all out. But I guess I suppose I will, since, the header kind of took a good 2 minutes to take out. No, it wasn't like 2 minutes. I think it was a minute because I had talked a lot more. But, that's okay. Yeah, basically you take it apart, take your valve cover off, and then you take your, well, this is if you want to remove the head. You get your, you have to remove your rocker arms. You don't have to remove anything deeper than that until you, actually want to remove this, which would probably be nicer if you'd take the, oh shoot, I'm gonna just take these out real quick. I'm sure you could make these do a bit of a better job, but I don't know. Hold on, I don't want to lose the order of these. I'm just gonna set them down there. Come on, I got long enough there. Okay. Sorry if I get in the way a bit. Yeah. So you remove the rocker arms, then you can take the rods out. Push rods out. Eventually, and if my channel does continue going as decent as it is, I'll probably eventually get into more, like this is all done with my phone, I'll probably eventually try to get into doing it with my, like editing with a computer and a editing software and all that. But that's not, like I'm not that kind of guy, I'm not, too technically advanced, so I find that kind of stuff very difficult. But it's probably not, it's just a system where you put your video in and probably choose different things, but oh well, And then you want to take your push rods out. Sorry if I'm taking a minute. Okay. Now those are all laid down. Okay, so you don't have to take your springs off or nothing. You can leave those. I just didn't want the rocker arms. Or the only thing that you really need to remove is the rocker arms to get this off. And the push rods, because and the bolts obviously, but because those are the only things in your way. And then you can put the rocker arms back on once you're done here, you know, with taking the head off so you don't lose them. Push rods, probably, you know, I don't know, put them next to it, on top of it. I don't know. It's up to you. Okay, so I'm gonna go. I don't have the tools yet because I haven't got this far. So you have, a bolt. You have, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 10 bolts. You have one down here and one up here in the middle, and they go all the way down. And then once you remove all those, which you probably need an impact for that, but once you remove all of those, it should come right off. And then, but okay, so I'll be right back when I have the tools. Alright, we're back. We've got our impact here. Okay, we're going to take off our bolts out on the back here and inside. Okay, there's one. I'm going to set these in here. If I pause the video randomly, don't be surprised because I need to do this in 15 minutes. It's just some parts of that mouse nest falling up. Wait, did I just move the camera? I don't have time for that. Why is it not? There we go. So, if I get in the way, don't be surprised. I don't want this thing to fall. I'm going to try to place myself for being out of the way of the camera. I assume it would fall right off. Okay, sorry for being in the way there. Because my first time taking one of these off, so don't be surprised if I get in the way of the camera to get this thing off. Oh wow, I don't know what's holding it on. I'm gonna pause the video real quick and see if I can get it off. Okay. So basically I had to get a screwdriver going to the sides over here. There's like a little crease that you can stick it in. And then you can crack it off by, you know, jiggling it in there and moving it up and down. So, woo. Did not expect it to fall off of there, but okay, so that's basically how to remove a head. Then you're back, and then you're into your motor there, and then pretty much down to the block. I don't have enough time to remove anything on the front, so next video will probably be that. And so yeah, I mean basically next video will probably be taking anything on the front here off. Or maybe not. I might just take that off and make video mainly revolved around taking off the oil pan with pistons. And so yeah, that's about it, I guess. There's your basic head removal, and I guess that's about it. And see you in the next one.